If your child comes home completely exhausted, melting down or shutting down over something small, even though you were just told he was completely fine in school, there could be few needs that they're missing that could make each day much harder than it should be. As a special education teacher and someone who works very closely every day with children with special needs, I can tell you 6 things that your child might desperately need but cannot always say out loud. Let's start with something most people underestimate. Your child is not just going through the day, they're working overtime internally. They are processing more, filtering, managing more. Sitting in a circle, having a conversation, or transitioning between activities can feel like a constant pressure in their bodies. So when they come home, they fall apart. That's not random. That's nervous system exhaustion. And what they need is not more questions, more expectations. They need space. Time when no one is asking anything of them. No one is correcting them. No one is expecting anything from them. No one needs them to respond. Just space to come back to themselves. If your child struggles with transitions, they might get overwhelmed by small changes that seem simple to others. Unpredictability feels like a constant threat in their system. So walking them through the day, preparing for changes, giving them something to mentally hold on to will help to ease that stress. Now imagine this, if all day you are told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and that's a reality for many autistic children, it creates a lot of pressure. That's why choice matters much more than we think. It doesn't have to be big or complicated. It could be simple, something like where to sit, what to wear, what activity to do next. Because when your child feels at least a small sense of control, you'll see much less resistance and much more willingness. Not because they're being compliant, but because they finally feel safe enough to engage. Some days are harder than others, for all of us. So if they have something ahead of them, something predictable, something positive, and that's truly theirs, like their favorite activity or special interest or a weekly routine that they love, it's not a so-called reward for good behavior. It's giving them something, okay, this is hard, but I know something much better ahead is coming. And that can completely shift how they move through their day. And this is a big one. If your child escalates quickly or just absorbs stress around them, you're not imagining it. Many autistic children are deeply sensitive to the tone of voice, energy, and just emotional shifts. So when they are overwhelmed, telling them just to calm down, it's not going to work. Not because they don't want to, they just cannot access the calm on their own in that moment. So what they need is your nervous system, your presence, your steadiness, your calm. Not perfection, but just someone who can sit with them in that moment without words. Just say, I'm here, I'm with you. You're safe. And finally, some days your child just simply has less capacity, like all of us. Even if yesterday the same thing went well, even if you know they can do it, today might just feel different in their body. And on those days, what doesn't help is more pressure, more pushing, more of words like, oh, you did it yesterday, why can't you do it today? So what helps is flexibility. Because if you meet your child where they are, an impossible day might become a doable one. Parenting a child with special needs is hard, but it's very hard for them as well. They're trying to get through the world that feels like too much too often. And when we understand their needs this way, we don't just reduce behaviors, we change how they feel in their body and with us. And please remember, your child doesn't need a perfect parent. They need you, exactly as you are. Thank you for watching.